What's up, everybody? V. Mark Weber here, and we are talking about more NFL teams, doing some predictions for the upcoming NFL season. Today, we're going to talk about the Los Angeles Chargers. Going to talk a little bit about things that went well in the offseason, some concerns for the team coming forward in the season, and then just go game by game when we talk about when they're going to win, when they're going to lose, maybe even when they're going to tie, and just see what happens. See what happens at the end of this season for the Chargers. One thing I really like about the Chargers is I think they lucked out supremely by being able to draft Derwin James. At 17 overall, this was an amazing safety who just kept falling. And despite him having a little bit of some injury concerns, just light injury concerns, he's a steal. He could potentially be a huge steal at 17. I mentioned injury concerns, and that's kind of the main thing for fans of the Chargers to be concerned about. Just the injury issues. I mean, you got Hunter Henry, of course, being injured, and he's gone essentially. I mentioned Derwin James, Verrett as well. There's just too many injury issues already, and especially when last year, you had injury issues that were kind of plaguing the team as well. You just really desperately need something to go better this year and the team to not get injured, because you look at the team, it's got one of the better wide receiver duos. You've got Phillip Rivers, of course. You've got Gordon as your running back. You've got a great pass rush. And, you improved the corners and the defensive backs. So everything has kind of gotten better. Still working on some things with the offensive line as well, needing some improvement there. You really need to have Williams as well step up as a wide receiver. But overall, this team is great. This is a solid team, and the rest of your division is down right now. This should have been a easy year. This is the softball that you're just going to smack out of the park right now for this season, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult than that. Let's talk about the regular season. So, starting against the Chiefs, it's a home game for the Chiefs, but it's going to be Patrick Mahomes' first. I'm saying first, even though he played a game last year. I don't really count that game. This is going to be his first time really having the team under him, behind him, and leading forward. But I think there's going to be a little bit of an adjustment there, so I think you're going to steal that one, even though it's a home game for the Chiefs. I got no faith in the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry to them, but there's a win right there. Going to the Rams, that's one where I think you're probably going to lose it, just because I do believe in the Rams. I think they got a really solid team, and it's an away game for you. 49ers, I'm not as high on them as a lot of people are because of Jimmy Garoppolo, so that's going to be a win for you as well. Moving over to the Raiders, even though I don't necessarily think that the disastrous John Gruden season is upon us now, I think we got a couple years to wait before it kind of catches up to him. But I think you'll win this game. So far, life is going great. Beat the Browns. The Titans game, I think this is a kind of a trap game for you. I do like the Titans this year. I think they've got some good things going for them. That offense is going to be much better than it was last year. And it was still a good offense, even though this is one of the best passing games in the NFL. The rushing game last year was not that great for you. And I think that the Titans are going to be able to go toe-to-toe with the Chargers. I think it's kind of a toss-up game. I'm going to give the win to the Titans. So going to Seattle, that's another loss for me. Even though I am a little bit down on the Seattle Seahawks, they're still a team that wins at home, and that's really what matters for them. Raiders, you're going to Oakland, but I still think you can beat the Raiders. Broncos, I think that you're going to probably split with the Broncos. I do believe in them being a better team this year, much better than they were last year. But, this is your home game, so you get this win. You'll beat the Cardinals. You might be playing Josh Rosen at this point. Sam Bradford will probably have gotten injured by now. So you can get that one. Steelers, I think that's a loss because you're on the road for them. Bengals, I think they're a better team this year, but I'll give you a win against the Bengals. I don't necessarily know that Andy Dalton, who's been kind of on down years, and that offensive line as well, I don't think they can go toe-to-toe with, of course, Phillip Rivers. But the other thing too is this pass rush, like I mentioned, that offensive line, it's not that good. You're going to be able to get to them, and also we'll be able to stop the run as well. So against the Chiefs, this is the home game. I'll give that as a loss. There's the Ravens. That's a win for you. And then that home game, or the away game against the Broncos. So I'm thinking 10-6. Right around 10-6. I could see it being, maybe you get that game against the Titans. Maybe that you steal that away game against the Chiefs. You could get that 11-12 win, but it's all going to depend on injuries. Like I said, that's a very Chargers thing to have happen. So the team has to stay healthy. If they stay healthy, without a doubt, they can win this division. They are a playoff caliber team. Those injuries start to pile up like they usually do, and then you might be missing out in the playoffs. You might end up closer to 9-7, 8-8. But I do think 10-6 is right around where the Chargers should be. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, though. And don't forget to check out not only the Onside Kicks podcast, where we talk about the AFC West and the Chargers and all the other teams as well, but make sure you go check out the rest of our NFL predictions videos. We got plenty of them up, so see what other teams are going to be and see who a Chargers, the 10-6 type of team that I think they're going to be, see who they might be playing in the playoffs, who else we think are going to be good teams. I'll see you guys for yet another video where we talk about more NFL predictions.